Gender equity, or so even more than sexuality is a cause. Like you feel like gender equity is the thing, or I know they're tied together.
Yeah, listen, at risk of me being like, here's what I care about most, bam, 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 the rest of you don't matter.
Yeah.
Going back to my life experiences, what I will say is I feel like I've had the most heartache in my life because of gender inequity. So yes, that is the chip on my shoulder.
Okay.
Yes.
Because you're a woman.
Yes, because I think all through my life, I've just kind of been less than. Honestly, not that I felt that way, but less has been expected of me. I got less opportunity. I had to fight through to get every single thing. You know, I think that's one of the reasons I started YouTube in 2010, was there was no one else that looked like me. And it wasn't only this exciting, ooh, this is really cool, but it was definitely that chip off my shoulder of like, well, there should be. And so I'm gonna make it. And so that always is a little bit of a driving force, even with the late night show. I'm gonna be very honest, I've said this many times, I am not one of those people that grew up with the dream of saying I want my own late night talk show.
I mean, I haven't either.
I know, but I think when I got the show, everyone was like, oh my God, I'll interview you. Is this your dream? Did you grow up watching Jimmy Fallon? And I didn't.
Well, don't you think that was kind of the issue, is that when you had the show, I think your vehicle would have been more like voices, character sketches like Superwoman, and then they had you doing stand-up and interviews. And they go, you're taking a golfer and you're making her play basketball.
Right. Well, I think that there's 2 seasons of the late night show. The first one, I was so out of my element. I was, there's producers and all these people that knew late night, and I was the only person that didn't know late night. I only knew myself, but when you're put into that machine, okay, so we have to start with a monologue. Oh, I guess we have to do that.
Right.
Okay. You have to hit this mark. Oh, okay, I'll hit this mark. I'm listening to all these people who've done this for so long, and the product of season 1, when I watched it, I was like, this is not me at all.
Right.
And I don't like this, and honestly, it's not that good. Season 2, I definitely made more my own. There was more sketches. I was doing monologues as if there were rants. I was doing all that stuff, but people had already made up their mind about the show after season 1, right? And that's a tough thing. It's like,
you're boxed.
At 30 plus years of hosts that look one way, and after 1 year of me, people made up their mind. And it was tough. I didn't have a lot of resources and a lot of options, and so I did the best I could do. I could say that genuinely I am proud of season 2, but I am quite, to be politically correct, I'm quite relieved to not be doing it anymore.
You don't have to be. You can come out and just, you go on a rant right now.
I don't want to seem, I do have fear of sounding ungrateful.
You come off grateful.
I appreciate you saying that, but I do understand how big of a deal that was, and it has honestly helped elevate my career. Now I'm doing so many things that I'm actually excited about, so I don't want it to seem like I'm crapping all over it, but it definitely was a mentally, emotionally, and spiritually draining thing.
I would imagine it would have to have been.
Every single day to be putting that much energy into something.
Did you get advice from the other late night talk show hosts?
I did. I remember I got great advice from Corden, actually, when I went to go do Corden's show, which I will also say, and let me just breeze over this fact, but I will also say that was a big deal because historically they're rival networks.
Right, for a host to go on another.
And so that was a big deal, but I was like, I don't want to subscribe to that. I don't want to subscribe to this archaic rivalry because I'm a newer generation that's supposed to bring a fresh perspective, and my generation is one of collaboration. So I went and did Corden's show, and he actually came into my change room. I was decent. He came into my change room, and
it's not where I was going.
For literally 10 minutes, he just downloaded this amazing advice onto me, and I'll never forget it. And he was basically saying, it's so easy, you're doing this daily show, it's tough, the network's gonna piss you off, they're gonna do all this stuff, you have to enjoy it. And the point he was saying is you have to enjoy it, and you'll always feel like you never have enough. Now I left that being like, he's absolutely right, I might not always have this, I should enjoy it. But also, there's a little bit of realisticness of he's saying this from a perspective of his budget being probably 10 times what mine is, right?
True.
So there's levels to this stuff.
True.
When, my budget was, we can't shoot 1 episode a day, we have to shoot 4 or 5 a day.
Yeah, in a day.
Yeah, that's a different.
What's what we do here, we're shooting 3 guests.
Yeah. So I used to shoot 2 to 3 episodes a day, including the monologue, whatever the bit was, the interviews, that's me prepping for 3 interviews a day. And you know what it is, you're doing it right now, it's tough.
It's
but now imagine a live audience.
I got coffee breath.
Yeah, and imagine a live audience, imagine the network here giving notes, imagine all this other stuff, so it's tough.
Yeah, that does seem like it would be a lot. That's funny, that's almost like someone in first class telling someone in coach enjoy the ride.
A little bit, but I appreciated the sentiment of what he was saying.
No, that's no knock on him.
Yeah.
That's really sweet.
But I needed to hear it because that's what honestly got me through the rest of the season. But I really appreciate that he took 10 minutes and he gave me this advice for someone that's been doing it longer than me. Another thing I really learned about the late night show, I think one of the greatest lessons, is all humans are bad at one thing. Many things, but specifically this one thing. we always look at someone and judge them as if we know what it's like to do that job, right? So one of the most frustrating things for my show was when I would get comments like, oh my God, why doesn't she have this person on her show? Or like, why is her segment done like this? Why is the audio so bad? And every time I'd read those comments, I'd be like, it's because we can't book that person because they've already promised Ellen, they'd go on Ellen's show and they can't come on my show. It's that there's so much behind the scenes stuff people don't know about. And then I had to check myself the next time I watched a Raptors game because I was like, how you missed that shot, bro? How you missed that shot from the 3-point line? Stupid, I could make, but realistically, I've never made that shot from the 3-point. I've never been on that court.
Right.
And I don't know what that feels like.
And under that kind of pressure.
Exactly, and I don't know what that feels like. And I felt the weight of that in late night because I was like, oh man. And even me, maybe I thought it was gonna be way easier than it was. There's so many reasons. It's such an archaic industry, especially late night, of how things are done.
Hit the mark and because
you have to do a certain. Every episode of my show had to be 22 minutes and something seconds. It could never alter. It had to be exactly that.
Yeah.
You know?
Because it's all run by advertising.
It's all run by advertisement. Yeah. So that means I have to drag one joke out longer. I have to cut one joke that made the rest of it make sense. You have to do all that. One segment we had, stupid angles getting cut ridiculously. Why? Because my talent came, failed to mention they're not allowed to hold an iPhone because they have an Android deal. Oh. The whole bit is FaceTiming people.
You would think that would have been in their writer.
You would think. The whole bit is we take a shot, we FaceTime someone. 2 minutes before the show starts. Oh no, they got an Android deal. They can't be doing that. So now I'm like,
Google Duo.
So now we're shooting angles of like half this person's face and comments, why is this shot so stupid? I'm like, you don't get it, bro. What I'm dealing with here, okay?
But have you made a video like that? Like the top 3, like things that you wish people understood?
I think I made one video about it and like.
And people are like, blah. They just think it's too inside baseball. Why is she complaining about
Why
this?
are you complaining? Shut up, sell out.
Yeah, they
get out of here. Until you're there, you don't get it. And you know what? To be fair, if I was those people, I might say the exact same thing.
Well, you did. Rappers.
Exactly. I talk crap all the time, so we're all the friggin' problem, including me.
Yeah, well, at least you recognize that.
Yeah, I understand I'm part of the problem. I do. 100%
That's going to be the name of that TikTok clip. Lilly Singh.
It's just like when we talk about politicians or we talk about athletes. You're stupid. I could do a better job. In actuality, we know nothing.
Yeah, but there's some people where you're like, I could do a better job than that person. And you're probably right.
Is it fair to say, though, in the position, there's probably 10 things you have no idea exist in that position?
Yeah, no, it is. It is.
Right?
But did you grow up as someone who was just good at a lot of things?
Did I grow up as someone that was good at a lot? I do feel like I'm a jack of all trades. Perhaps not a master of any of them.
I just finished Master of None Season 3.
I was trying to change the wording so I wouldn't exactly quote Master of None.
Because in your contract you can't actually say it.
No, because then I was gonna be like, oh, I was trying to like be unique and stuff.
Yeah.
But yes, I did, like, for example, growing up I loved dancing. That was the main thing. I was a dancer before YouTube. I loved baking cakes. This is a random fact. My first couple of videos were baking cakes. I'm a very obsessive person. Once I enjoy something, I obsessively have to know about it and put it into my life. For example, I grew up, I really liked rocks. I was that nerd. I'm like, I love rocks. I like collect, and that's it. For 3 years, my life was just rocks. I was like, I will only be discussing rocks now. I will be collecting rocks. If I go to the store, I will be buying rocks. I will be going to my neighbor's house and stealing the rocks on the side of their house. And then I grew up and I developed a crush on the rock. So like, I just feel like I obsess over things.
You manifested that.
Yes.
Do you remember Mohs scale? Do you know what that is?
Mohs scale?
It measures the hardness of rocks. So if you know,
I am deeply upset that I did not know this.
If you leave with nothing else today on your ride home, you could be like.
I thought you were gonna hit me with something basic like igneous, but you went to a whole new level here.
No, I'm not a sedimentary host here.
Wow! This is my favorite podcast.
I'm so glad you got that. Where else could you get that kind of a joke?
Metamorphic?
Did you
Sedimentary
listen?
igneous rocks? Don't come at me with the wrong terminology.
Did I just tell you?
Okay.
I
have a big gap of knowledge. That's another thing. A lot of people, I have a big gap of knowledge because also the first movie I ever watched was a Bollywood movie. The first song I ever listened to was a Bollywood song.
Wow.
And so until I was about like 9, 10, that was all of my knowledge.
Wow. What was the movie and what was the song?
Hum Aapke Hai Kaun.
Oh, okay.
Was the first Bollywood movie I ever saw.
Banger.
Banger.
Banger of a movie.
Right, for sure. First song that I loved from there would have been the.
Oh, come on, I
there's
should
a whole
know
bunch.
this.
There's a Didi Tera Devar Diwan, and there's a Maini Mai where she does this pose.
Yeah.
So in all my baby pictures, I'm just doing this pose like Madri, 100%.
Have we seen this? Has the world seen this picture?
When I met Madre, I did the same pose with her. I did a side by side.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
But that's a lot of people make references
Right.
from the 90s, and I'm like, I haven't seen some really popular effing movies.
So that's one of my questions is, what's a movie you haven't seen that everybody else has? Or you like, people like, no, bro, you haven't seen?
Okay, I'm gonna say this, and I feel like everyone's gonna kick me out of this room.
That's fine. Hey, I asked the question.
People bring up this movie. I've not seen it. I have no idea what they're talking about.
Oh.
The Goonies?
I knew you were gonna say that. I should have guessed it. I was totally gonna say it. And there's a lot of rocks in that movie too.
I have no idea what that movie is
Yeah,
or
God
about,
put that rock there
and
for
I
a
have
reason.
to pretend every time I've been lying to you. Every time someone's brought this up, I'm like, oh yeah, for sure.
Oh, that
I have
movie.
no idea. In my mind, it's like a Little Rascals. Is that correct?
Yeah, it's like
Okay.
it's an adventure,
Okay.
action
Great.
adventure kind of movie.
About sports, right?
No, it's
Okay.
not about sports.
Yeah, okay.
But they go into a cave, and there's a famous line about a rock in it. I think you should absolutely watch it. It's a good movie. But here's the thing: I think there are movies that if you didn't see as a kid, you might not be. Because my wife has never seen The Goonies.
Okay. Oh, okay. There's two of us.
There's
I love
two
that.
of you, and
Okay.
and she's from Canada. She's born in
You
Toronto.
see? You see? Maybe you never made it across
It's
the
the
border.
Canadians.
There you go.
It didn't make it across the border. I also have a theory that because she grew up in the Central Time Zone, she's more mature than I am. Because shows would come on at 8, 7 Central.
Wow.
So she would watch Dallas and Dynasty and all these shows that didn't come on till 10 on the East Coast, but they were coming on at 9. So she watched a lot of mature adult.
That's real. That's real. That's a real analysis.
Thank you.
Wow.
I'm very proud of that one.
You're very smart.
Yeah.
You are very smart.
I'm pretty smart, yeah.
I enjoy you.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I don't know what's the highest when someone gives you an adjective compliment like that? Is like the funny? Is it smart? Is it bisexual?
Bisexual woman of color? Is that
so
one?
bisexual.
You're so
You're
bisexual woman of color. I do think smart is a very nice adjective.
Yeah.
But I think more than anything else now, and I only say this because someone just texted me this on the way here, and it made me feel very warm inside. When someone says, you're very real.
Yeah.
I enjoy that. And I think it's because of the industry I'm in, that's one of the first things you're tempted to lose. Because, you have your publicist teaching you how to say certain things, you have talking points, you have facade, you have people asking questions about what you're wearing and how you look, and you have people commenting on your body. And so the first thing you lose is realness. You go, let me manufacture something that people can say less about, right?
Persona.
Exactly.
You can detach yourself from.
Exactly.
They're talking about this person, not me.
Doing that though, although it might make your life in the industry a little easier, I think personally it's tough. You start to lose yourself, it's exhausting, you start to not enjoy things, you start to be less present. And so I really do take it as a compliment when someone says, I feel like you're being very real.
I got that vibe immediately about you.
Really?
Absolutely, really, yes, absolutely.
I appreciate that. I wasn't always like that. I feel like it's been hard earned. I've always tried to be real, but I did somewhere in the middle there get lost in the, I'll be honest with you, the first time I was ever on Fallon, not to keep bringing him up, but I don't remember any of our conversation because truthfully, I was thinking about the way I was sitting the entire time.
You think that's common though, probably, for the first time someone's on The Tonight Show.
But it's because my stylist was like, you're wearing this outfit, you have to sit with your right leg over your left, that's how the camera looked best. And it was all these you have to hit these talking points. I just remember sitting there being like, is my outfit in the right spot? And I don't remember any of that conversation. It's crazy the things that you convince yourself are important in moments where if you take a step back, there's something way more important. Right? Enjoying your first experience, being head in the game, all those things. It's crazy. I deal with that on a daily basis.
It's become harder for me because that's what people say in stand-up too. You should find an aspect of yourself and amplify that. And then I said, well, I just want to be a real person who talks like I talk.
Right.
And if you find a thing though, you go so much further. If you create a character,
Right.
if you, whatever it is, you find a voice, you find a cadence, you find a wrinkle, you find things. But I'm like, yeah, but I'll never, stand-up comedians are the only people who can fill a stadium based on their thoughts.
Yes, exactly.
Like not even with a guitar or anything. You could stand there with a mic and they can stand there and talk. It's like you got there because of what you thought of.
Absolutely.
There's nothing else like that.
For sure.
Where 50,000 people watch you do it.
I'm also really loving how politically correct and respectful all the pronouns and everything on this podcast have been so far. It's very good.
Glad.
It's very good.
Thank you very much.
Yeah,
I
good for you.
We've made here's the thing. So I'll be real. Well, I go by Rajiv Satyal, and my pronouns are he and him. But sometimes I go by Michael Jackson, and my pronouns are he. Anyone?
I liked it. I liked it.
That was pretty strong.
I would buy a ticket.
I'm glad. I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah.
I was happy with that one.
I was concerned where you were going with that for a
you're like,
second.
where's he gonna go with it?
There was a moment of doubt, and then you brought it back strong.